Ray and ready to money musem penifo atwe asensane a wo montimi anye antumu ne nam so ema Tamale Central Mraship Jeni Orumunyamfo Mutala Muhammad e de atu dwase mrana kura nka beba so kura mpo a e wo senka mo Mraship Jafo nke yi o mu di free mu esanse e Ghana boba Ghana he woni ma bebre hia Ghana fo mo pe ho asem atie betimi mo nyamra ye de kode alarm de abo eye Mraship Jafo ka mu na mo de abe wa be ha obi agye no abra bi kura adwuma mo koe no na emfa so de bi amfa mre wonom ti yewura eye Mutala Muhammad de atudwa so de ya twentwa ade no asenya ne kwa so no ye Kofi nsa mra bi mu ne enko pa de ehia Ghana fo na yemfa ho nsem emeto Ghana fo enso animu ebra yewura Mutala Muhammad ka so de tudwa se uba Ghana ha no mu a ewom se bambofo omo ne hia sa asare ne yepa enna Mraship Jafo nso adwuma mo ye no eno so bambo mu no omo so som Ghana ahyemra de ama Ghana ebi ho mu a na wo som kopie mu Mraship Jafie mu ntam de nenso emprepe pa ye kasa de enya sa ne ma ne hia Ghana fo se yemfa alarm na sare meboka mu na Mraship Jani bi ba obia bi ekwan mu ama nipa no nso abesene na emom se osi mu ntam oduru ntam ti otu onua no Mraship Jafo fo se osi mu ntam a obedu ntam nya afina kopɛ siren ene alarm na odi abeboka mu so obia mi ekwan mu na onsoso bra ebra yewura Mutala Muhammad kasa no ne nsem wode to nsentwofo ni mu no yehwe se ebetimi abo enini bi edima mo na afidie no na ha dwen kakra nsa kan no pe bebo na monsoso mo atimi atibi yentie Honorable Mutala Muhammad.
I was not even aware of the airline. When I heard it, I was
boss.
I was not even aware of the airline. When I heard it, I was shocked. Why would you want to have an airline where you will give MPs and judges the right to use siren and other things? I guess the LI was seeking to put a fine on those who are not supposed to use the siren. Yes, I'm in opposition. But I think that ministers of state, the president and the vice president, if they use it under some circumstances, it makes a lot of sense. Why would you want to? I was seeking to put a fine on those who are not supposed to use the siren. Yes, I'm in opposition. But I think that ministers of state, the president and the vice president, if they use it under some circumstances, it makes a lot of sense. You can have problems with the MPs, and I agree absolutely with judge, even some Supreme Court judges. Right. Let's say, for example, a Supreme Court judge, considering the huge traffic we have, who is supposed to attend to a program, maybe attend to court and then his leave. That is not to justify this. I support the removal of the airline. But for us to stretch it, as if nobody is supposed to. He's even saying both the president, said the vice president, and then the MPs and ministers, they should be withdrawn. Under some circumstances, you would find it extremely, the removal of it by judges. But I think that we need to look at it.
Onomanyafo Mutala Muhammad enna yeteni ken. Na
we've been constrained. Every company has liabilities. I mean,
abusuafo saasem kro no amu no Mraship Jafie mo ko eye apuema ntemu achimodan Mraship Jani ono so orumnyamfo Alexander Akwasi akwa wono na ono so de atudwa se nwanwa ye pase ne dom kuma no akwa atwa omo ho de aba se saa mra ye nanke de aboa ama Mraship Jafo ba ye betimi abie kwan mu na afo mo so aba no makodum de adwuma dada adwumadie no ye mpempa na se enyim famfiro no emra dom kuma no ho ya nwanwa ye pa ya enya asenkuma honorable eye Alexander Akwasi akwa de atudwa so ohemu Mraship Jafo nso adwuma mu die no ehia ye pa Mraship Jafie ko no mo a ye to aba bia no ani parodo ho ne ye de to aba enti ko ba se bia ye to aba e de ahyemra de amagana na sa so mesia na se benten uni ho bia bibia si kwan a o pese ukopie mo ho ntem na akoto aba ni bi na sa afe na ukodi traffic so na pen na kire se eba sa ha enti samre ankomode be ya nka betimi aboa ma Mraship Jafo nso anya kwan akodi mu bi ne o mo bo ma bi alarm no ke bebua ye pa ama eniema nso akoye de ma wo ne so ne dom kuma no asore se ehu hia ye montungu ene enyim famfiro no mo a na dom kuma no wo mo ho aye no nwanwa yi pa na ode atodwa se riase ewe konfo boni si kuro emo a ono so obo a watimbi ade no kemra na eba no kebeboa wo mo mrahyebiafo nyina nenne mo akontwa ho abase ye montungo ne enyi fronom de a ene eba wonom nyina ena ebeka wonom nyina so ewo ho
yebeko afromosis brimu no one man one toilet ena politician for ayeye eja manfo yes ankosa brimu bribi ewo Ghana obi sori ye edine ni si a politician for so ne business for so say ubeye politics ena unya ho
93 points
ena for so ne business for so say ubeye politics ena unya ho enu ntino at the end of the day no you can say privileges be a we enjoy ntino ye ma politicians for ehunye na sabe ye wipe them off it is a sadia ene mo na mo ye mra e de man crofo ma mo ho kwan mo bi su police for de emra parliament de be ye no na omudi emra no so na mo de emra ne ye adwuma ti parliament for se mo fo se mo adwuma ye mo hia de a ene mo bi it is subsidiary legislation committee ena ekodi o mafa be hu say NDC minority issue statement say omompe saade na kura na me no highly hypocritical actually say ni omaye no akoye to say nipa or that subsidiary legislation committee no ano ye chairman chairman no of that committee no NDC for ena da no minority and the head of subsidiary legislation committee. And Rano Iron in such a way says a buying at the Mrebia bar, a Bema Yashe, and Rano near scrutinizing the ye.
Yewra Alexander Akwasi Akwa ena yeteni ken.
Yefri one yen call May Court Bata ye Supreme Court or Abijafie. And Ra Supreme Court of Jafo Kwasitra, na semo na eda omwenimu emra. Mrashabajafo apempam ya eno bekwetia oba ono obada bema ono bema da nipa peso omo ne mo ada ne de tititi sag anti-gay bill mrashabajafo ya mra na wie na omode koma mampani no ne sasase no na nipa mienu omode samankrata akoto Supreme Court so da bi ni se Ghana mrashabajafo omutumi ye sa mra no na mra no makoye no omampani emfa ne nsa enhyase fi se mra no ba Ghana mesika na yede bebo ho bra na sede o memrate no obi ede mra bi ba na semra no bedi mu a yede o mesika na bebo ho bra na emra ne ni se efiri ankrankro o sa ban mum na otrase na oye sa mra no na sa tabo ye nipa no de akoto o mampani so Supreme Court se ontumi mfa ne nsansa sie no mu no Supreme Court mpanifo nora na omo hye so mbebua se ombema sa tabo na da mampani so kopin so mbedi asem no ankasa wie anaso se omo be afiri wo na omemu temuafo panipa Chief Justice enenra otena dwamu na wohwe aseni eso bra omo trans na manfo nyina hwe kwan se asemu hia Ghana men se LGBT ye be ye mra etia no ewra get to tokunu sorry ya na asemu okan ne se enura da no de enya de a obebu asem no se tabo no ide to mampani so se wontimi fa ne nsan se mra na se no obebua ana obeji atum na onyi ntum ne mum wa hye afano a omode asem no ba ya balo ya panini wo mo a omo asama aban wa asemi ho se ubia nkotro na asem no mebo ne nkuro na omode omu nkuro bo no ba obedi asem no ankasa ne mum injunction na eba beto asem so no eno de enya de a obeje atomu na omu wieye no na abalo ya pani ra Godfrey Amekasa yese ne kwan so ano no na sabre ya injunction application na se nipa bi e person ke de tabo ebeto mra no de tabo beto mampani so se onfa ne sanhye mra ya se no omonka unu se Supreme Court anya antum de a na che se edaso agina de agina se ade no mampani intimi nye emenye yie kopim se court no bebua asem no Chief Justice Getu Tukunu Ebrenra okasa no se na ubu asem no.
According to the applicant, this constitutional aberration on the part of the first respondent tainted the bill with grave illegality and rendered it incapable of being transmitted to the President for his assent. Applicant further averred that even though an initial similar application for an injunction had failed on the grounds that the applicant had failed to make a prima facie case to restrain the work of Parliament in its, quote, uncompleted form, unquote, this present application related to a completed bill. Contending that the parliamentary processes governing the introduction and passage of the promotion of proper human sexual rights and Ghanaian family values bill was irredeemably tainted by the grave constitutional breaches. The applicant seeks, by this instant application, an interim restraint on the first respondent from presenting the bill to the President for assent to prevent the further constitutional violations. Such a unified approach will further provide context and clarity and also afford a clearer understanding of the issues raised in this interlocutory matter and their impact on the main seat. Having therefore diligently analyzed all the material processes on the record in this instant application and listened to oral submissions by learned counsel for the parties, our decision is to reserve our verdict on the interlocutory application until the final determination of the substantive suit, at which point we will render a comprehensive judgment that addresses all aspects of the case.
Wait, ayo memo timwa for penny pa Chief Justice Erage to Hukunu and what says injunction. Yeah, the 2 man penny so something for the Sanche Maranasiano, and no dear Ranumwa, Tibia and Comboding Krumra. Now, what the baby na Obasem Noa Sunu dia, Ubia Behuno Nepobre.
Onumenyamfo John Jinapo ena akodom kuma na so ye okasa de mo efa nyima hoden wonsemu na ode atu dwa se Ghana for senramote se petrol ena fefa ngo empramaja gas ne diesel nyina emu entubo na se ne bo no ekosoro na we nyina so bo bi ho no mo a yemfa mo mampani abede akire Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bomi one ne papa Nana Ado Danko Akufo-Addo so mo atoto ne ma yama enne o my Ghana esidi no na ho ode kofo ama dollar no bo no na ama sese no enema ye credit frabro chire be nyina no ebo na fito ode atoso no ama yakowie ni seyie na ono ena akọ ya pegru shegu ye mrashibjani wode atodwa se wohwemu a ne ekoso no we bibia di ho adanse ye pa se eye no kura se mampani abede chire ba omia ese fatapa se wode mampani dada mahamashia na omoye debate bia chire na breso ne ma hodo ekoso ne ade ne ho ene be hunu se NPP amyoku Ghana fo agidie ne ye wura hye wo mumu no omba omabedi ehwamo ye pa ya enya asinkuma okoso ade to mampani abede chire ba omia ni mu se odwene Ghana fo ho a kanya ne se wate asi fo mu ne ya wo ye campaign wajai Ghana adwa ho no mu a ene mampani adwa obedi enti no dwuma ade ahye ne se mampani abede chire wadanyi na ho ye ne wonam ahemfo so na ma assemblyman fo so ne ade pam omoche wo se omo ento amanfoma na wonimi ya o se nkoye ne sabro onimi ho aka ne sere employee sabre na wo so ye ema ade ne ye ansa no akosere omanfo ne sade tumi no esan so ede ahye ne nsa yewura John Jinapo kasa no tudwa se de endi samiko no ene Ghana edachi yenti nsem o kan no ensuso ebi.
Today, as you may be aware, the price of a liter of fuel is higher than it used to be for a gallon of fuel. During our time, the gallon of fuel was about 14 cedi. Today, a liter is about 15 point something cedi. The Gold for Oil program, our checks indicate that it's causing serious financial loss to the state. As if that is not enough, the exchange rate is depreciating. As if that is also not enough, fuel prices keep going up. Last week it went up, this week it's gone up. This will certainly impact inflation, it will impact productivity, and it will make the cost of living high. And it's all because of the exchange rate. And so clearly, government has lost it. Government is unable to handle the exchange rate. And I think that the managers of the economy ought to sit up and do what is right and proper. While the Bank of Ghana is spending millions of cedis and dollars on the Gold for Oil program, the currency is not stabilizing. The cedi is depreciating, fuel prices are going up, cost of living is going up.
Yewra John Jinapo ye ono ena yapre kushegu oyemra chidwani ene yete ne kan.
Kasebo ye uti o boss 93.7 FM so